The only way to do it is to turn away from the Red Sea and go east up the hills in the Wadi Urfain, through the mountain range in wide sweeping bends. He says, this is the route of the ancient frankincense trail, and in more recent centuries, the Egyptian Hajj trail down the Red Sea coast to Mecca. And this is why it's a perfectly plausible situation for Nephi and Lehi to have taken this. Now, the borders nearer the Red Sea, this is on page 51 of the Hilton's text, the borders nearer the Red Sea are the 18 miles between Aqaba and Al-Humaydah, where the trail is right on the beach. So for the first 18 miles, the trail does follow the Red Sea, that's true. But then the mountains cut them off. They go right down into the sea. I showed you that other picture from Potter's view. Then the borders near would have been the route where Nephi turned east and then south through the 58 miles of the Wadi Jurfain and the Wadi Al-Afal to Al-Bad. When his party traveled on down the seacoast, they would be in the borders nearer the Red Sea again. Even such tiny, interesting details like that can be matched on an actual frankincense trail to the place where what happens is you have borders near the Red Sea and then borders nearer the Red Sea. There is actual geographic reality to that kind of wonderful eyewitness description found in our Book of Mormon. That's remarkable. This is not fairy tale land. This is real geography in our real world, in the real Saudi Arabian wilderness, by the real Red Sea. And then I had another spot here that I wanted to read on page 54. Oh, there are many magnificent mountains near Al-Bad into which Nephi could have been caught away for his comprehension and detailed vision of the Savior's mission and of the major historical events of the end of time. See 1 Nephi 11 through 14. The highest neighboring mountain is 21 miles northeast of Al-Bad, called Jabal al-Laz. It reaches 8,514 feet. Now that's a mountain. In the Saudi Arabian desert, there's actually rock mountains? Yes. See, I have read that being criticized. Obviously, Joseph Smith didn't know anything about the Arabian desert. Well, I'm going to turn that argument around. Obviously, Joseph Smith didn't know anything about the Arabian desert. But Nephi did, and what he describes fits what we have found through travel accounts. Not only just Dennis Potter and his scientists, but now the Hiltons, and they took the Arabians with them also, and their scientists. Now we have two different groups of people who've traveled to the same place and find the same features that fit the Book of Mormon account, as only a real eyewitness account can depict. That's fascinating. That's powerful. Anyway, and that's basically what I wanted to share with you on that. As far as the directions, the Book of Mormon describes going nearly south-southeast at the beginning of their journey, and that is precisely the direction the frankincense trail goes because it follows that coast. I just showed you the map. And then at Nahum, it turns and goes due east, and that is precisely what the ancient frankincense trail. The directions aren't off. And once again, neither is the distance. So, thank you for asking your questions in a good way, Green Messiah. I appreciate it. It gives me a chance to look at the Book of Mormon more closer, and you've built my faith more. You've strengthened my faith in the evidence of actual people going there, not just one guy, not just one gal, groups and groups of people. Farms has sent an expedition onto the tail end of the supposed journey of Nephi and Lehi, and they have found a place, Kor Karfat, that fits the beautiful description of Bountiful also. There are people going to these geographical locations, and they are finding that all of the details in the Book of Mormon match the ancient frankincense trail in Saudi Arabia. It's simply phenomenal.